So we move on to the next session. Right. Just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier we had the privilege of having our distinguished chief to join us as part of our panel of moderators, where he shared his thoughts and wisdom with us. But now we are honored to have him with us today, and it's our privilege to hear from him once again. This time, he's going to deliver an address to us. With great respect and appreciation, may I kindly invite our revered chief to take the floor and address us.
Generation of change makers, harnessing youth leadership and volunteerism for sustainable community transformation. Subtitle or theme: ethical leadership and responsible citizenship. At this juncture, I'd like to thank the founder and the chief executive of Rise Impact Foundation, Mr. Benjamin Boateng, distinguished leaders, honorable guests, lecturers and students of Accra Technical University, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great privilege and honor to be invited to address this distinguished gathering at the Leadership Summit organized by the Rise Impact Foundation. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers for the confidence they have reposed in me. Permit me to congratulate the foundation for choosing a very relevant and inspiring theme: building the next generation of change makers. Harnessing youth leadership and volunteerism, the sustainable community transformation. This theme reminds us that the future of Ghana rests not only in the hands of today's leaders, but also in the character, vision, and commitment of our young people. My assigned topic, ethical leadership and responsible citizenship, lies at the heart of nation building. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is often misunderstood. Many people believe leadership is about titles, power, influence, or occupying high office. In reality, leadership begins with character before it begins with position. Your character defines your leadership. Your character. Your character defines your leadership. If you are a leader and you are a thief, being a thief is your character. Yes. If you are a leader and you are corrupt, guess the people you are leading are the same people that comes to you and corrupt you. So your character is not the title, but your character is what? A corrupt leader. So the position doesn't define you, but it is your character that defines you. An ethical leader is someone who consistently chooses what is right over what is easy. Someone who values honesty above personal gain, fairness above favoritism, and service above self-interest. Leadership is not measured by how many people serve you, but by how many people you serve. As a traditional leader, we inherited value from our forefathers that continue to guide our communities today. Our ancestors entrusted chiefs and queen mothers with the sacred responsibility of maintaining peace, administering justice, protecting communal lands, preserving our customs and traditions, and ensuring the welfare of the people. Preserving our customs and traditions and ensuring the welfare of the people. You cannot be a chief who sells all the lands and put the money in your pocket and let the community suffer. That is not a good leadership. That is not. As a chief, you have to protect the interests of the ordinary people in the community. As a traditional leaders, I re-emphasize, we inherited values from our forefathers who continue to guide our communities today. Our ancestors entrusted chiefs and queen mothers with the sacred responsibility of maintaining peace, administering justice, protecting communal land, preserving our customs and traditions, and ensuring the welfare of the people. This timeless value remains relevant whether one becomes a chief, teacher, lawyer, engineer, entrepreneur, politician, or public servant. Most people think that, oh, chiefs, our ancestors, the white people came and taught us, or the Europeans came and taught us. Before they came, we had our institution. We were well organized in everything that we have to do. In our society, we had people in different various authority in Ghana. In every tribe, in every village, there was discipline instilled into us by our ancestors. You are not simply the leader of tomorrow, you are leaders today. Many a times they say the youth are the leaders of where? Tomorrow. When is your today coming? As a youth, when is your today coming? You are not a leader for tomorrow, but today you are the leader. You are. You are the leader. Some of us are too old. We have occupied the position for too long. We need to take a break. It is only in Ghana that people don't retire. It's only in Ghana. They occupy until they die. Everybody in Ghana wants to die on the stool. Why? You are 60. I think the retirement age in Ghana is 60. But they are 67, 68, 70. They are still coming to work. Why? Please, give the young people the chance. They are leaders of today and not tomorrow. I think we should refrain from using the word. We should refrain from using the word you are the leaders of tomorrow. No, you are the leaders of now, today. Amen. The gentleman says he's a pastor, so I must say amen to that. You are not simply the leaders of tomorrow. You are leaders of today. Leadership begins with the decision you make every single day. Ethical leadership means choosing honesty instead of cheating. It means working hard instead of taking shortcuts. It means showing humility instead of arrogance. It means promoting unity instead of division. It means standing for truth, even when standing alone. Remember one of the sections, there was a gentleman who said that he's been trying and trying and trying, and the provost said that it doesn't come to the time. You keep on trying. He didn't know that the chief has already captured the thought of the person in its speech. You may be standing alone, but keep on doing what you are doing. It will change because you are changing the world. Yeah. And the spoken word. Live in one of the cities because definitely your time is coming and you will change it. You understand? Your time is coming. Don't wait and don't be frustrated. Don't look at people. If you look at people, you'll be frustrated. When I was coming, I asked watching, I said, how should I dress? I went through different series of dressing. I wanted to dress like a cowboy. He said no. I wanted to put clothes on and add a shoe. He said no. I said, I want to put jeans and put a t-shirt because I'm meeting young people. He said no. And I said, how do you want me to dress? He said, dress like a chief. I said, who told you a chief cannot wear clothes and a shoe? You see, because we have a mindset. You see, our mindset is this, but we don't want the change. Every one of us sitting here, including myself, would have loved that we are still sucking bread, our mother's breast, not the other one. Our mother's bread, because we don't want to grow. But change, you have to make the change. I don't need to make the change. You have to make the change. The determination has to come from you today to make the change. And you can. As I said in our presentation, in Ghana, in 1998 to 2000, we didn't have even, there were about 7 police senior officers who were computer, graduates from KNUST, and they didn't even have computers. But guess what? We made a change. We came to this country, I came through the arrest, and I said, I'm going to make a big impact. I'm going to make a change. And I did. And if you meet any police officer who has been through ICT training, chances are 7 out of 10 they came through our institution. 7 out of 10. It was through a mistake. It was through a mistake. But I made a conscious decision to turn that mistake into a blessing. Yeah. And it was for Ghana, not for me. Can you imagine you go to the police station, they take everything from you, and then by the time you come back after writing your statement, they say the paper has lost. Or somebody spilled water on it. They spilled tea on it. They spilled all these things. Because somebody has gone, I'm not saying this is what happens, but I'm saying hypothetically, it could happen that the other people that came, they paid so much that your paper, water spilled on their statement. So it was no good anymore. But when it was captured and stored in the computers, it's very difficult for it to be removed. Change makers. Change maker. Today, you must rise and change. You must and you have to rise and change. Nobody is going to make it for you. You can do it. Yes, you can. Like I said in my village, 150 years, there was no light. I come to Accra, I go to the Ministry of Energy, I go to the minister. I said, we need light. We need light. They said, I remember speaking to the ECG boss many years ago. He said, do you have money to pay when we bring you the electricity? I said, yes, we can do it. I said, we can do it. Do you know that anytime the government brings electricity to a community, the community only pays 60 Ghana cedis. 60 Ghana cedis for the meter. And then they came to me and they said, you have to pay 200 Ghana cedis. I said, we all can pay. When I was saying that, I didn't even know the intentions and the mindset of the villagers. But I stood in there, boldly said, bring it. After 150 years without electricity, do you think it's a joke? But today, before I used to drive 2 hours before I can get ice water. But today, the village, we have not only ice water, but people's things are preserved because they have freezers and they have electricity. And, and listen, don't wait for somebody to come and do it for you. You can do it. Or no, because you are Nana. Well, that is your excuse. That excuse. And you know, the number one enemy to your change is your excuse. Any excuse you have is your number one enemy. I don't have money is an excuse. Throw it away. Even if you have to walk from Teshi to Osu or to the ministries for you to get an appointment, walk. Because as you take the walk will take you there. And you will be able to receive. And I'm not joking. I'm not kidding you. If you want to be a change maker, you must begin the first step. Responsibility or responsible citizenship goes beyond possessing Ghana card or exercising your right to vote. It means understanding the very citizen has a duty towards the progress of our nation. Everyone sitting down here, you have a duty to make sure Ghana progresses. It's not only in the hands of the politician. No, they have failed us. They have. Both sides of the aisle have failed us. It's not only the chiefs, they have failed us. We failed you. But the most important thing is, what are you going to do when your time comes? And when is your time? Now. Now is your time to make a change. And let me throw in this. Don't worry about the juju people. Nobody can destroy you. Nobody can destroy you as a youth. Oh, I am afraid because if I go and do it, my villagers, the old men in the village, the old women in the village, they are the way they look. Did you see the way they look at you? It doesn't matter. It's your mind that is telling you. You can be a change maker. Don't go to the pastors and let them tell you that this your grandmother, that you didn't even know you have a grandmother. And they say that your grandmother has bewitched you. That is why you are failing. And everybody fails and everybody can win. But with the determination to win, you can change the course of your life. You don't have to worry about the witches and the wizards. You don't have to worry about them. I like the way this Champon. I like the way he said, if you give him a task to do, if you're a bishop or you're a pastor, he will do his business, his task, and off he goes. And I think that one of the challenges that we face as Ghanaians is our time. We don't respect time. Do we respect time? You cracked me up. He said, Ghana man's time, don't worry. Responsible citizens obey the law. They pay respect to authority. They protect public property. They preserve the environment. They reject corruption. They promote peace. They uphold justice. They volunteer their time and talent for the benefit of society. The nation becomes great not because of its natural resources, but because of the integrity and commitment of its citizens. The citizens of this country, I think we've seen gold walking down the Bank of Ghana to deposit itself. No, but it is the citizens who goes out there and bring out the gold and they deposit it there. Resources doesn't make you a great person, but it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. So as young people, we need to change and begin a new life. As we allow some of these things to touch our heart and mind, purposefully believe that you are a change maker. You are going to transform your environment. I'm doing my bit as a chief. You have to do your bit as a citizen. Everybody, if we all come together and everybody focuses on what it's supposed to do, Ghana will be a better place. People will volunteer. You should volunteer your time and talent for the benefit of society. How do you do that? There are schools. Like I said, some of you may think it's a joke. Go to your professor. Coach, from today, I want to be like you. But I don't have the money. What I'm going to do is, Prof, I'm coming to do what? I'm coming to take the back. I'm coming to work with you. I'm coming to serve you. And as you are serving him, all that time you are doing, you are also taking a lot. Do you know that when you volunteer and you apply for a job and they ask you, have you ever worked anywhere? You know what you do? You tell them, yes, you work. Because volunteering is also working. It's only in Ghana we don't look at it that way. But volunteering is working. So I would like to say that the most important thing that we all have to do is to make sure that we need to make impact in all the things we have to do. Leadership is found to serve. Leadership is to serve. Are you serving or you are being served? Are you serving or you are being served? Are you serving or you are being served? I just want to conclude my long message. Leadership is found wherever people are served with honesty, wisdom, and compassion. When your community calls upon you to serve as a chief or queen mother, do not see it as a burden. See it as an opportunity to preserve your heritage, promote development, unite your people, and leave behind a legacy that generations yet unborn will celebrate. Why am I saying this? Sometimes believers, born again, somebody asks you a question. They say, what is the difference between Christianity and I used to be a pastor? Yes. I used to be a bishop. I work with Christian Action Faith. Action. How many of you go to Action? Yeah. I used to work, in 1988, changed the system of Christian Action Faith ministry. Yes, I did. I changed it. All the teenagers, because they were all going to the big church, separated the teenagers between 13 and 19 and set up a different program for them. Did that for 2 years and it has stayed till date. I did it. Change it. Change it. Why am I saying? Why am I saying this? Because people think that when you are a Christian, you cannot be a priest. That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Because as a chief, I know some of you, your jaws are dropping because I said, yeah, and I do that. And what I'm doing now is also part of the change. Jesus came to make changes. He came to say, yeah, I controlled and I was controlling 3 different continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia. I was in charge. Looked after over thousands of people. But you know what? I let it down to come to my village and serve my people because I've done so much for the rest of the world that I needed to come and provide something for my people. So I will encourage you that whatever position that you may find yourself, make sure. Look at what they are talking about today, Galamsey. Galamsey and gold. Last week I read that there was a Canadian engineer and surveyor who came to spend about 50 some time on the coast of Ghana, about 50 kilometers. I don't know which part. And they found gold in our shore. You didn't know that? Somebody volunteered from Canada. You come to Ghana, we have surveyors at KNUST, we are producing a whole lot of them. They cannot volunteer their time. It took somebody to come from Canada to volunteer his time and found gold 50 kilometers in the shores of Ghana. Can you imagine? And now, very soon, the shores of Ghana is going to be too much galamsey. Now, what am I trying to, by bringing galamsey into this? You are a young man here. Look at the way everybody is talking about galamsey. We need to have a very serious discussion on this issue. There are people coming from all over the world, or Africa, or West Africa, who are destroying our communities. There are environmentalists here, or there are people who have learned or studied in environmental studies. They've done it. There are engineers, there are doctors, there are lawyers, there are other people who are here that they can help build our community. And there are businessmen also among us who can put their heads together and stop the nonsense of galamsey that people are degrading and they are destroying our what? Our land. I pray that we will have some of you put your heads together and say that let's form a think tank group how we can come up with solutions to touch base with the ways these people are destroying our land. If we fail to do that, one day we will go and buy, is it the water? In Libya, they used to have salt water, but they changed it and built very distilled water under Tripoli. Do you want us to do that? In Ghana, everywhere you go, we have the streams and we have the rivers. We can just go and fetch the water and drink it, but they are destroying it. Tomorrow, do you have tomorrow? If you people don't come together and find a solution to this canker of galamsey, it will not help us, and our future will be doomed. But it's my prayer that as we come together today, we will form the network and the groups that at least we can change the course of our lives. Thank you, and God richly bless you.
Thank you very much, Nana Okra Baadu II, for those insightful and inspiring words. We are truly grateful for your presence, your wisdom, and your contribution to today's program. Ladies and gentlemen, before